So we are let's look at our let's go over what we did yesterday, shall we?
Yep.
All right, let's bust through this. Can do it, all right? Here we go. All right. Maria. Is that okay if I call you Maria? Because it's Marie, right?
Mhm.
Okay, but Maria is more Greek.
Okay.
All right, okay. It ends in, it's a very nice alpha declension noun, so there you go, okay? And there are lots of Marias in Greece today. All right, so Maria, I'm gonna read through this. I want you to listen. We're gonna go through them, translate this, okay? All right, so Rasustomu kai mitrodatus anata ore ta probate ella nonton. Do that much.
Justice
Uh-huh.
and Metrodata.
Right, very good.
Word,
Uh-huh, very good.
the
Very good. Up the mountains, Kapuros, Epaiza, Metaton alon hebikon, ton inte come oikunton, kalaroe.
Cyrus
Uh-huh.
was playing
Kalasta.
with the other contemporaries
Yeah,
living
right.
in the village.
Uh-huh. The village Kalasta, kai hoi paedas, kaizondas, herontokuron, heauton, basileia enai.
And the children
And the children, Kalasta,
playing,
playing,
chose
chose,
Cyrus
very good,
to be
very good.
the king
Uh-huh.
of them.
Of them, very good, their king Kalasta. Hoda auton dietaxa, tus men oikias oikodomain, kalaroe.
He
Yeah.
assigned
Very good.
to each,
Well, he assigned two men
to some
to some auton
of them
of them
to build
houses, kalas, tus da dorofuros enai,
and others
and others, kalasta,
to the
uh-huh,
spear bearers.
spear bearers, kalasta, ton da putina auton ophthalmon basileus enai,
And to someone perhaps
uh-huh,
of them
of them
to be
to be
eye
an
of the
eye
king
of the king, kalasta. Hoi da tas angelias feren et didugeras.
to carry.
Okay, well, let's go back, let's get this relative pronoun.
He,
To whom,
to him,
okay. He
he gave
gave,
the gift
the gift, right?
of carrying
To carry, the gift to carry,
the messages.
the messages. Os hekastoi ergon postason.
So in this way, assigning
Very good.
a job
A job
to each.
to each, kalasta. Este tuton, ton paedon, sum paedzonton, e pais tu artemparus andros dokimu en medoesa. Maria.
Would Pice be the subject?
Pais is the subject.
Okay.
So, and the verb is
And so
was.
the child was,
Okay,
or
so-
a child.
Okay, and this was, so let's get this. Hace. This is Hace, Mia, hen. It's Mia hen. Does that look familiar? Hace, henos. Oops, henos. Hace, Mia hen. Duo. Duo.
Oh,
Grace.
one. Okay, one.
Okay, one. Kalista.
Of them,
Of them. Of
the children.
Of the children, very good. Of those children. Okay,
Of
so
those
this is
Children.
demonstrative pronoun, and note that these demonstrative pronouns are in the predicative position. That is, they're not inside the definite article in the noun. Okay, those children. We would say those children. Okay,
Playing together
playing together. Very good. He was the pies.
was the child of Artabazus.
Excellent.
A seaman
Very good.
amongst meats.
Amongst the meats, kalasta kai u e plaesa. To ek tu kuru pros takthinen.
And he did not do
And he did not do.
the
Uh-huh.
things assigned
The thing that was assigned
from Cyrus.
from Cyrus. Very good. Houn kuros e keliua auton tus alus paidas dilabing. Maria,
Therefore,
Palestine.
Cyrus
Uh-huh.
ordered
Excellent.
the other children
Uh-huh.
to seize him.
To season, very good. And note that this is Keliua, this is imperfect, okay? It's imperfect. The aorist would be Keliusa. Keliusa, okay? Imperfect. Pethomenon de ton paidon hocuros ton paida tracheos carta periliespa mastegon calroe.
Obeying,
Mm-hmm.
like the children obeying,
Genitive absolute.
children, but yeah, okay, Cyrus,
Uh-huh.
handled.
Yeah.
The child
Uh-huh.
very harshly,
Very harshly.
understood him.
Looking at him, yes, very good. Hoda beta eluthe takasta. Maria.
He
Mhm.
then
Mhm.
I know Texista is as soon as.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. As soon as.
Ludo that's from Luo.
Uh-huh.
So as soon as he was released.
Excellent. As soon as he was released. Very good. Luo. Luo present tense. Luo future. What would the aorist be?
Shoot, no,
It's the first aorist.
oh crap. I'm totally blanking right now.
Maria.
Is it a loose?
Elusa, very good. Okay, so then we've got perfect. Le, Luca. Okay, Le Luca, because remember we have the temporal augment. We have the kappa, which is the tense indicator. Okay, Le Luca. Le, Lumai. Le Lumai. Right, perfect. Tense indicator, and in the perfect, remember we have no thematic vowel. elumai, and then the aorist eluthe, eluthane, eluthes, eluthe, right? As soon as he was released. As soon as released, hosgade anaxia autopathon, kalaroi.
Where are we posted? Okay, so in this way,
So at least,
so at least,
as it turns out, in fact, okay, because we had another day, okay, right?
Having suffered
Excellent.
the things
Uh-huh.
that were, like, not inappropriate, but the things that were unworthy. to
Unworthy of
him-
him.
Of him.
Unworthy of him. Very good. Malonti elupeto.
What is malonti?
Malon is actually a comparative, it means more, okay? So in this case, it was, we would say he was elupeto, okay? So he was bothered
Mhm.
quite a bit, rather much, okay? Malonta, quite a bit. Katalthon de is polon proston patera apoi kidzito.
Having
Mhm.
gone down
Uh-huh,
into the town
uh-huh,
to his father,
very good.
he was pity.
Yeah, he complained,
He
okay, so,
complained.
right, he was pitied, okay, that is, he aroused pity.
Right. Oh, shoot.
And he,
And
from antao, built into this is this word anta, right?
right.
Anta, which means over against, you know, if you're anti something, you're over, so
Okay.
antao is to encounter, okay?
So he,
Uh-huh.
the things he encountered.
That's right, he encountered,
um,
or by
the
those.
child of the cow herd, Ostuages.
Of Astuages. Okay, very good. Hoda artembares, orge hos eke, excuse me. Maria?
Artem bars. Oh, like was angry.
Yeah, exactly. He was having an anger, was having an anger. But we use this verb echo. I have with an adverbial expression to express a state of how one is. So for example, pos ekes, how are you? Kalos echo, I am well. Okay, or kakos echo, I'm not so well. Okay, bad. And so here we have this, and feminine nouns in the dative case can sometimes be used adverbially, okay? So meaning sort of by, for anger, he was, okay? So he was just an idiomatic expression for he was angry. Okay? He was angry. Elthon paraton astuagea kai hama agomenos ton paida an arsia pragmata fe pepomthena.
Is that saying?
Not epon. Elthon. Just saw Elthon.
Going.
Uh-huh.
Is that having gone?
Uh-huh.
To Ostuages.
Uh-huh.
And
you can think of this as para, okay? So we've got these two expressions, pros. We've just seen pros ton patera,
right.
to or toward. You can think of this para as before, okay? He went before the king, okay? Para, because para means next to something, right? For the king, kai hama agomenos ton paida.
And at the same time,
At the same time, very good.
bringing
Uh-huh.
the son, his
The
son.
He said,
Mm,
Mm. There's too many words.
well, pragmata. Pragmata comes from the verb, or is related to the verb prato, or prato. The Athenians would say prato, but the other Greeks would say praso, which means I do something. So pragmata are things that are done, okay? Think
Okay.
of pragmatic,
Okay, cool. Saying, or
he said
he said,
that
uh,
on Odyssey of pragmata.
undignified
Yeah,
things that were done.
Happened, events, things,
Mhm.
things, hepontenai. So
Were some.
we're suffered, right? We're suffered, okay? Legon saying, O basaliu, hupo tu sudulu, bukulu topaidos, hoda pere hubrismeta. Maria.
okay. Oh, he said,
Saying,
saying, okay,
O king.
um,
Let's get the verb.
we are outraged,
We have been, so this is perfect.
have been
We have been outraged, hoda, in this way.
in this way
Hupo,
by,
to paidos,
the children,
the child,
the child
of Sudulu,
of your slave,
of your slave,
of the child.
a captive, of a captive. Degnus ton paidos tus homus kalaroi.
Showing the shoulders of
Showing the children of the soldiers.
shoulders.
Homus to paidos. Kalasa. Very good. All right, now we're rolling. So what happens next? Yeah. All right. Any questions about this passage before we tackle it? Okay, all right, so here we go. Acusas de ton logon tu artembarus, kai edon ta traumata tu paidos astuages el ethelon timores aetoi paida, times tes artembarus enaca peri metapepeto ton tabucolon kai ton paidon. Maria, want to try this?
Sure.
Mhm.
Having heard,
Very good.
the word,
Literally the word, but here we're going to mean a story, right?
okay,
This speech, logos, can mean word, sentence, speech, idea, okay, theory, excuse, okay. It is something that is spoken, and it sort of covers a whole range of possibilities. So having heard, and we would say here, the speech, okay, the statement, the utterance, okay.
of, Artemis, and knowing,
Yes, okay, all right. So here probably seeing, having seen from Adon, right? Okay, so that's very good. So this is from the aorist Adon of the verb horo, right? Horo, future, opsomai. Okay, opsomai again. 3 different verbs contribute to that system. Horo, I see, opsomai, I will see, eidon, I saw.
What
Now-
makes it drop off at epsilon?
Well, because in this particular case, this is viewed as an augment, okay, an aorist augment.
Okay.
So for example, eophon, okay, eophon is the aorist from erikomai, ema, eophon,
Yeah.
and elthon, okay, is the participial.
Oh, okay.
This doesn't always apply, but here it does now. So you said knowing, okay, and that's because the perfect of this system is oida. Oida, I have seen, okay? And that gets translated as I know, because I have seen. That the participle of this stuff is eidos, okay? I think it's eidos, right? Eidos, having seen. Okay. So this would be knowing, okay, because having seen, and this would be the aorist that focuses on the process of visual perception. Okay, does that make sense? You with me? Okay. It's Greek. I mean, it's amazing. Okay, that they have, that they have these words and how they fit together and how the different tenses have different. It's just an amazing thing. It's a total amazing thing.
Okay, and having seen, like the things done,
The wounds.
the wounds,
Uh-huh.
of the child, ostuarius, wanting to avenge the child,
Okay. And this is a postposition.
on account of
Very good.
the honor of Artabaris.
The kind of the honor of Artabaris. And here you have a perfect example of the attributive position. Okay. So tes, Artembarus, right? Times. Okay, that's the noun phrase. So what has happened is that we have just taken this and we moved it to the front. Times, tes Artembarus. The meta epital.
He sent after
The voculu,
the cowherd and the child.
and the child Kalasta. Επέτειτε παρέισαν αμφότεροι βλέψας προς τον Κύριον, το αστρογές, εφέ.
When both of them were present,
Very good.
see,
Okay, from blepo, yeah, blepo, but notice the same tense,
having seen,
having looked at, having looked pros ton Kyron,
upon
having
Cyrus.
looked to Cyrus, right? And you can imagine, okay, so you can imagine what this situation is going to look like visually. We've got the two parents there, two dads, okay?
In principle.
That's right, Artembares and Mithridates, right? And we've got the two kids, right? We've got Artembares, who, as he says a little bit later, is one of the leading citizens, okay? One of the leading subjects. We wouldn't call them citizens, but subjects, right? So you can imagine how he's going to be dressed, right? He's going to be not like a cowherd, right? He's going to be dressed in a way that reflects his social station, and that's why that's in there. Blepsas pros ton kyron, having looked at him, okay? Because he's just the cowherd's son, okay, is just sort of, so you've got this visual thing going on here that, again, because he's Edom, having seen the wounds, okay, so we've got this visual thing, and he's making a comparison between this, noble person and his son versus his slave and his son. Okay? You with me on that? So what's going on there? Having blepsos. So he's building, and this is very characteristic of Greek that you've encountered, is that they build these things in these parallel systems, right? Okay, menda situations, okay?
Astruage said,
He said, Sude un tuda toiutu ontos pais. Let's do that much. Et tomesas. Maria?
You
Mhm,
being
mhm. Well, you, a pais.
child.
Uh-huh. And let's get therefore. Therefore, okay, so you, therefore, they, in fact, are you kidding me? Are you serious? You, a child, tuda.
Like assert
Of this one,
of this one.
it's a demonstrative pronoun. Of this one, toi utu. Of such a kind.
Okay.
Being, ontos, being of such a kind. So this is ontos is modifying this is his father, right? Adates, okay? So if it were modifying this pais, okay, it would be on, right? Being, on, being toi utos, okay? Toi utos, of such a kind. Okay, you being, you, the child, of this one right here, being such a kind, you etomesas. And remember, this is a question, okay? Did you dare to Spain. To treat
to handle the child
the child
of this one here
of this one here
being
being
first
first
before me
me,
in an appropriate manner.
in this kind of inappropriate manner, okay? Okay, and you imagine this kind of inappropriate manner is that he's pointing gesturing to the wounds on his shoulder. What? You did this to this child of, being such a, noble person. Oda amebeta. This is, about this word right here, amebeta, from amebomai, right? Amebomai. This is, you will see this in references to poetry. Maria's been studying poetry, haven't you? The Aeneid, right?
Yeah.
She's been studying the Aeneid, right? So in the eclogues, okay, the eclogues, these are the poems that Virgil wrote, imitating and sort of assimilating the tradition of Theocritus. This bucolic poetry is, some of these poems are called Amoebian poems, okay? Response poems, right? An Amoebian poem, okay? And that comes from this verb right here.
Wow.
Okay, and so he responded in the following way, Amoebian. And Amoebian poetry means that one singer says something and another singer responds, okay? This is something that you see in contemporary music and sort of rap music, right? Where one person will say something in these contests and the other person will respond to it. It's called Amoebian poetry. It's a very long tradition, particularly in contests, poetic contests. Who's the better poet? We see this, for example, in we just saw. You see, Jimmy Fallon does this. Is it Jimmy Fallon? Yeah. Jimmy Fallon does this all the time, where he will do these lip syncing
Lip syncing, so
contests. It's
funny.
amazing. And he also has,
So funny.
he sometimes gives, he has, in his musicians, he's got this one guy that does these rap lyrics all the time. So they will sometimes have a contest about who can best describe or respond to a particular situation. They had it with the person that wrote Hamilton, this new play
Really?
on thing. Yeah, we should watch this.
For sure.
Okay, so he hoda, amebeta hoda. Right, so Maria, you have learned a new thing today, from the Greek amebomai, which means I respond. Thusly,
He responded
oh, despota.
in this way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, master,
Oh, master. Ego,
I,
epoiesa.
did
Mm-hmm. Tauta.
this,
These things,
these things,
tuton.
like, to this one.
This one, that's right. I did these things to this one. Let's look at these demonstrative pronouns for a second. There are three demonstrative pronouns, okay? Kudos. Okay. Oops. Ate and tuto. Okay. And then in the genitive, these are going to be tutu. Okay. Tutu. Tates and tutu. Okay. We're going to so tutoi. Okay. Tate and tutoi. Okay. And then we've got in the accusative tuton, right? There it is. Tuton. Tautane and tuto, which is the same as the nominative, right? It's demonstrative pronouns. Okay, that's one flavor of demonstrative pronouns.
No.
Oh. I don't need any of that stuff. You need to write it down.
Do so.
We've got hoda, heda, and hoda. And this is tuda, testa, and tuda. Okay. Toida, data, and doda. Okay. And then tonda. Okay, tonda, tenda, and tuda. Right? So you can see that this is just essentially the definite article with a little da attached on the end. Both of these mean this one. There's a slight difference though, in that this one, tonda, this da indicates something that is going to come, or it can be this in this showing something. So it can be, it's called a deictic, that is pointing something out. So if you think of this in terms of some sort of temporal progression, the thing that comes before is tuto, okay, this, the thing that's before, and the thing that's coming after is toda. So tuto, toda. Okay? And that's why we have in these sentences, that's why we've got hoda, okay, in this manner, okay, hoda. Okay, and so tauta, where that comes from is that's the accusative plural, nominative, or neuter, of this hutos, haute, tuto. And poieo takes a double object. We have the same expression in English, to do someone bad. Okay, same sort of expression where we can have this double accusative. So I did these things to this sundike.
Like, for justice,
Well, with
with justice.
justice, okay? And note that this is not, okay, so this is a really interesting thing because meta, we also see this use of this soon, okay? Soon, but we also have this preposition meta, right? Soon and meta. Meta with the genekei, with the genitive case, means with, as in I went to the store with the gang, right? In the company of, right? So you wouldn't say soon case, you wouldn't say in the company of justice, right? Okay, so this soon is, is with, okay, in a different sense. Very good.
What case is that taking?
Dative. Soon decay. Hoigarma ectes comes paides.
Like their
Or because
because they,
hoi paides.
the children
Okay. Ectes comes
in the village.
from the village. Okay. Hon, relative pronoun, hon, kai, hoda, and there's our hoda, right?
Like, of which he is one,
Of whom?
of whom
This one right here
was
was one.
one.
Right. So look what he's I mean, this is brilliant. So he's responding in a way that is reflective, that parallels what the king has done.
Yeah.
Okay. He says, did you do this? He says, I did this. Okay. And he's doing the same thing. Of whom this one over here is one. Okay. So he's mimicking to a certain extent the king's behavior, right? He's using these demonstrative pronouns. The children, paisantes, playing, they estesanto.
Set up
Ma,
me as king to
of their own, yes. Theonauton. Another form of heauton, just of their own king, of their own king. Now, this theonauton, third person reflexive pronoun, right? So if we were to use this in the first person, okay, first person, be hemeteron auton, of we ourselves, okay, or of you yourselves would be humeteron auton, okay. We just don't see this very often, that it's third person pronoun, pronomial thing, but we do see it in this reflexive system. Okay. Edoku, gar,
For,
edokun, and this is from dokeo. Dokeo. I seemed, because I seemed
to be,
to be epithedeotatos.
I don't remember that.
Okay, this is a superlative, okay, tatos is a superlative, most suited, okay, most suited, okay, ace tutu.
Of that.
Okay, so now ace, in this case, for this, Okay.
For this.
I seemed most suited for this, altois,
To them.
to them. I seemed to them to be the most suited for this job. Hoi menun aloi paides ta epitasomena ep et teleon.
on the one hand,
Mhm.
now the other children
The other children
completed.
completed. And note that this is that we're using the imperfect. We're completing.
Were completed.
We're completing
The tasks.
the assigned tasks, right? Hütos,
On the other hand,
on the other hand, hütos,
like, didn't listen.
yeah, this one, hütos, this one,
This one,
didn't listen. Anekuste, he disobeyed, he didn't listen. And what is more, tekai, and what is more, he eke, excuse me,
had,
he had udena logon.
not one word,
Not one word, or we would say not one excuse, reason, okay, explanation. Udena. Aso,
Okay,
we just have ace here,
yeah.
ace two though.
No,
This is not
This
ace,
is not
it's
one,
ace,
this
it's
is
a preposition.
into
Into or for
for
which.
he
So we saw FATA
got
for this, he, lava, he
Got
took,
justice.
he got justice. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, here's the big finish. A, if,
If
therefore,
in fact,
as it turns out, in fact, Heneka Tuda,
oh shoot, where did we see? On behalf of,
or because of, see where we sat up here.
these
Heneka.
things.
Okay, so remember, he's doing this parallel thing,
Right.
okay? If therefore, on account of this, Tuda, Ema,
Account of this. Is that this,
on account of this,
uh,
I am Ema,
I and
I am Axios,
like no. We saw it with the alpha in front of it before.
yeah, we saw I'm
And it's
Axios.
not appropriate, but it's like,
So inappropriate, Anaxios,
so this is like, shoot, what did it mean?
okay, it's back here.
Like,
Okay,
the
Anaxia,
things that were,
Anaxia how to,
not unseemly, but like, what was the word that we used?
having suffered, Anaxia, things that were something for him, or of him. Maria? Unworthy.
Unworthy.
Okay, all right. So if
So
I
worthy.
am worthy of tinos kaku,
Bad, like bad repute.
of something bad. Okay, tina is the indefinite. Tinos kaku, of something bad. Hoda,
This
this one right here,
is not it.
this one right here, parema. We can't even do this in English, okay?
Around,
Parema, we saw paresa, right?
right,
Okay, paresa.
present,
Okay, you see hoda, this one, meaning I. Okay, so now he's referring to himself, okay? That's doing to this one and this one. This one right here, I'm here. I'm here. Toy. For you. Here I am.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty amazing, huh? That's pretty amazing. Okay, we're out of time. Thank you, guys. We'll continue with the next reading tomorrow.
Okay.